Hello, what is up? So, I've actually tried out FC26 now. So I bought it the other day and I tried it out on the 97 XT and now I'm trying it on the 4090. So this is like recorded gameplay. And one annoying thing I've found is for some reason, I don't know why, but I wasted like 20 minutes trying to get MSI Afterburner to work on the 4090, whereas it was actually working on the 97 XT. So that's weird. So I don't know why that's happened. So it just wouldn't come up in this game for whatever reason. So then I had to go into the Nvidia app to get my FPS shine with the GPU usage and all that, the 1% lows. Uh, so I could record this video to show people what I'm getting. So the FPS was higher, as you'd expect on a 90 series with Nvidia. But what I've found in the past is basically, if you're looking at an 80 series and all that, it's quite a bit worse when I'm playing esports games. So that's generally why I got AMD in the first place, because I'm a big esports player. I love my football. So, and that's why I purchased the 7900 XTX when I thought about taking PC seriously in the first place, because I knew pretty much when I had the 3070, I knew it weren't great on them sort of games, and then I thought I'd just get the flagship for AMD, because I know historically they're great with the esports. And I literally found that the other day with the 97 XT, it was ultra smooth. On this game, I actually had one stutter, so it's the first game I played on the 4090 and I had one stutter. So I think, again, it's going to shape up to probably be a smooth experience on AMD. Not that I'm not going to hate on the 4090. I think it's a great graphics card, but I think it's to do with the Nvidia drivers, the architecture, that they're just worse at esports than this end of it. So I thought I'd just upload a video to talk about my experience between the 97 XT and the 4090 on this game. And yeah, I mean it's only one stutter, but I'd rather not have stutters at all in these sort of games. But again, it's what I've come to expect a lot of the time with Nvidia compared to AMD. I just find AMD to be smoother. So that's just the reality. Again, I like to show you what I'm actually experiencing. Some of these fanboys can tell me different, but I don't listen. I just go by what I actually experience, and it doesn't usually do me any wrong. So, I mean, a lot of the time I find it to be false anyway. So I mean, maybe if I was new to PC gaming, I'd listen, but this is another reason why I'd do it, because I know there's a lot of biased people out there saying Nvidia is great at everything, when AMD are actually supposed to be terrible at everything, but obviously it's not the case. So that perception sort of makes a lot of people, like a lot of new PC gamers, feel that AMD is just trash. And even I mean, you look at the prices with Nvidia, they're only going to get worse. And I think a lot of people just get scared off, and they just don't, they just break themselves and spend extra money on Nvidia when AMD is actually a great option. So that's the problem with it, with all this, in the PC space, all this bias stuff. You know, with AMD, I feel it's just fine. For the money you pay, you get a fine experience. And I don't like it when people say you get a seamless experience on Nvidia, because you don't. I've used them enough. You definitely don't get a seamless experience. You get issues as well. Like you can on the AMD, you can get issues. So that is the true facts there. And that's what I like to do. I like to give a balanced view, really, on my true experiences. And yeah, I had a terrible start on this game. But I do actually come back. But something weird happens as well. So I don't know why. I mean, we'll get to that bit. So, I mean, I played this game last night for about 2 hours with a friend, and It was great. It was very smooth on the 97 XT, and this was the first game I played. And you did see early on in this video there is a stutter. Uh, so again, in competitive gaming, that would matter to a lot of people. It does to me if I'm getting a few stutters, and I did notice it on FC25. There was quite a few stutters. I mean, to be fair, this one has been better so far in terms of stutters. I was getting a fair few stutters, even on the 4090. So that tells me, even because I'm getting a lot, the FPS is like pretty much. I've looked at 237 for the FPS in the Nvidia app. So it's not even being maxed out, but then you still get these stutters, and it's got to be something to do with just the smoothness, like the 1% lows or something. They're just not as smooth. And even Digital Foundry go on about a lot of stutters with Nvidia games, and they never review AMD GPUs from what I know. Not that I watch them all the time anymore, because I just found them to be quite biased to Nvidia, so I got fed up with it. But at the end of the day, I do. That's just what I've experienced in other games as well, not just esports. So it's not always going to be. I mean, we saw with that game Lost Sour Side, where they've literally done nothing for AMD. So it's not always going to be the case, but I find AMD for the majority of games usually is better with a 1% lows. The only annoying thing the other day is I didn't actually press F7 to record my 1% lows. Literally, I would have liked to have compared that to this game. So it's working with the Nvidia app, but with MSI Afterburner, I have to press F7, which starts logging my 1% lows, and sometimes I'll just forget, which is unfortunate. But anyway, in terms of smoothness, I can 100% say that it's been great on the 90 XT, and I think that's why I literally just, instead of playing it on the 4090, I was sort of bracing myself for something on this game with stutters. All that hasn't been anywhere near as bad as it was on the FC25 on the Nvidia side. On this, if you're looking at this game, but I do anticipate more stutters on Nvidia drivers than AMD, because I've literally already. I mean, this is the first game I've played on Ultimate Team, and it's not my internet, and I've had no stutters so far on the 97 XT with about 5+ games. So 4 or 5 with a mate, and I've played two. I think I played 2 games yesterday, single player Ultimate Team, and I didn't have any stutters. But yeah, I've already had a stutter on this game in my first game on the Nvidia drivers. So I think that's pretty much gonna shape up for me to probably have a smoother experience on AMD as I usually do on this FIFA game. So yeah, I think it's probably gonna be like that. I mean, that's generally. I mean, even a lot of these fanboys, some of them will admit they're better at esports than AMD. So yeah, I mean, oh, another thing is I actually have a complete Borderlands 2. What a great experience that was. Really good game. I'd recommend that to anyone. And I've literally bought Borderlands 3. Got it cheap on the Neva. I think it was about £13. I actually purchased the Super Deluxe Edition because it's got the season pass and all that, all the good stuff. And we've got Silent Hill F coming out tomorrow for the people that got the standard edition, which I did. I think I'll definitely do some content on that. So I'll try out the 97 XT as always and do it on the 4090, have a comparison. So that should be fun. So I'm not sure if that's going to have FSR 4. I suppose it depends if the game actually does have FSR 3.1. Some developers do, if they're a bit biased, put 2.1 in, but we'll see with that, because I'm looking forward to it. But hopefully we can just use the toggle and update it, but Optiscale is there if we need it. So if anything, I'll find the more modern games to be easier to install to find the folder, because it's usually like a folder with the name of the developer and just a few clicks, and then you find the shipping fault, the exe. So 9 times out of 10, if AMD are not officially supporting it, Optiscaler works pretty well. So back on this game, yeah, there was a, I don't know why it was, I mean, but for some reason, so after this, I think it was after this clip here, it was just pretty much focused on my player, and I couldn't even see the full screen. So he's paused it. I don't know if he's tried something, but then he ended up scoring an own goal. But this is it here. So it should be going back to the gameplay, and I'm thinking, what the bloody hell is going on here? So I paused it. Then he ended up scoring a own goal, so I don't know what's happened there. So I haven't seen that on the 97 XT. So I don't know if that's a game issue or what. So that was weird. But as you can see, he's just scored an own goal. So I don't know. I think he was soaking anyway, because he was probably thinking, now I've come back, he's literally gonna lose. And he had all the players he had were like 88 rated. He had definitely he had Rudiger, so he would be higher rated. So he probably started soaking anyway. So he must have bowled it. But anyway, so I ended up winning this. But yeah, I do feel like I'm quite excited about Silent Hill F. See how that performs. But I do feel like I've got a lot of FOMO for Borderlands at the moment, because I enjoyed that so much, Borderlands 2, and I've been getting into FIFA again since it's brand new. But yeah, I think my next bit of content will be Silent Hill F, and it'll be interesting to see how that performs. I know it's got a really good rating, because OpenCritic, it was 88, which is a mighty score, so that should be good. So there's definitely something intriguing about that game for me, Silent Hill F, and I just like these sort of games that are, I mean, I do like horror games anyway. So Silent Hill 2 I really need to start playing, because I've just been putting it off for a bit, but I know that was a lot of people like that game, and I remember playing the older version. Another good bit of news is Yakuza, like RGG games have actually there was a trailer, Sega put up a trailer, I think is one of them, the Yakuza Kiwami 3 is that, it's like a remake coming out, and that was a brilliant game. So I played I've literally played the whole series of Yakuza, so I'm really excited about that remake, Yakuza Kiwami 3, because that was a really good game. That was, I mean, most of them have been great anyway. I hope like Yakuza 5, that was quite a long game, that, but I hope there's a remake of that. Ideally you want all the older versions that were a bit Yankee with combat being remade. I'd definitely buy them again. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.